Hello there. So, if you're new, hi, I'm building a vaguely occult themed hangout lot. And if you're not new, if you watched my, 2 videos ago, I think, scheduling fun, the occult bar hangout, and I mentioned an upcoming build that I was really excited for that should also be quite fitting for life and death. This is it. This is the one. So, it's a nightclub. It's a nightclub bar, whichever you want it to be. I talked about this a little bit in the other video, but kind of inspired by the sort of trend in 90s, 2000s shows with having nightclub bar hangouts, I'm thinking Buffy the Vampire Slayer. On consideration, I'm thinking True Bloods. What was the name of Eric's? Fantasia, that was it, right? That not necessarily saying that they're super like them, but it's the thematic inspiration. And this one's very vampire-y. Oddly enough, being, built in Forgotten Hollow. So if you like vampire stuff and black and red, you're in the right place. And purple. I'm sorry, the vampire stuff may as well not exist in other colors for me, but sometimes I do venture into the other colors. But it's very nice. You got multiple seating areas, there's 2 bars, and all I'm saying is if vampires were not carrying the death theming for you enough, I got some decor choices. I got some simple, creative decor choices I'm very, very excited about. Also, if I can just laugh at myself / call out myself. So, as I've mentioned in some previous builds, some of these are backlogged from 2023. There's an odd one from 2022. Guess what, guys? This one I built in 2021. And I was like, how has this sat so long? Did I forget about it? Did I this? Did I that? Have I been sitting on it waiting for October and then forgotten about it existing when it got to October? I don't know. And then in the process of actually finally putting together this video and narrating and whatnot, I realized that I was just playing a big game of confuse myself in terms of files. So, on the gallery, this is saved as, is it Crimson Club or Club Crimson? No, Club Crimson, right? In my little folder on my little computer with my little speed builds, it's saved as Crypt Club, which quite frankly I think I prefer as a name, so I'll be changing its name in-game from my game. But you use whichever one you like. But it made me very confused because I was looking through my Sims gallery for Crypt Club, and then I was looking through my folders for Club Crimson, and then I was like, wait a minute, 2 different names, why not? I guess I was feeling very creatively namey that day. You know what I want to try out? I don't know if it, how it works precisely, because I've only briefly glanced at it to know it exists. There is a mod to, let your Sims own more, venues as businesses. So I think that works for, bar, nightclub, and I kind of do want to have a vampire sim that just runs this as business. We'll see if I ever get to that, though. But yeah, I'll actually talk about the build again. You can see the bar area forming. You got a nice little, there's some booth seat areas over in the corner. Then you got your nice tables, chairs, and then you got a dance floor. And then you have a nice stage for, well, whether you got the local comedian who loves telling skeleton jokes or, Sims with any musical skill. And maybe one day we'll get an actual band pack. Please let it happen. And then back here is a little office room, because I was like, you know what? The owner of this place needs, a little, this is where they keep the money, the paperwork. I like to think that TV is a little CCTV camera. which I do not know accurately if at the time it did, but I feel like just having that little back office room is taking inspiration from, again, True Blood, but Merlot's, Sam's place in True Blood, which I actually also did build in The Sims. So like if that's the thing that you're interested in, because that's a little less thematic and more general. But we don't care about this. It's October. Look at the cool spooky vampire furniture. Woo. Woo. I don't know. Listen, if you're still listening to me at this point, it's fine. You know what you're in for. And there's my exciting death-themed decor. Yeah, my big idea, I was like, I could use the gravestones around well, not quite everything. But, you know, we could spookify the DJ set. Put some accent ones around the furniture. I do make some use of some good old vampire coffins. You'll see whenever I place them, it does still function. However, it does depend on your Sims' autonomy of lifting things. You'll see in a moment. You'll see. There we go. There we go. So the mixologist, the bartender, can be there. It's fine. And it works. The issue is they set things down inside the coffin. So if your Sim, like, NPC Sims were lifting things no fine. We're absolutely fine. They had no problem. My one Sim just didn't want to automatically lift up her drink, so I was a bit like, So depending on if you care about that there's a heads up. And downstairs we have a nice little coffin and bedroom for your vampires to get some rest. You know, hide out in the daytime perhaps. Wait for nighttime. It's simple. Just sleep. Sleep and a fireplace to make things a little bit cozier. Keep things nice and warm. And of course there's a little, ominous is too strong a word, a little mystery dug up coffin outside. Who knows? Maybe that's part of the vampire lore. Maybe, again, True Blood's in my brain. I haven't even rewatched it in a while. I rewatched it like, maybe it was like 2021, maybe it was like this time. Because I never finished it. I was like I had 1 or 2 seasons I never finished. If you haven't watched True Blood and you want to, just pause for like 5 seconds. Or not pause, mute for 5 seconds. Starting now. The part of the plot that statue at the very back corner is relevant to. Yeah, I got as far as that being revealed and a little bit into that, but not very far into that. So I had to go back and rewatch and then finish. And I know people are all like, oh, why'd they bring that into it? Some people. But I'm like, I thought that was fun. That was different. And how many, you know, super popular supernatural shows have that element? I'm going to give myself a pat in the back for after 5 seconds just talking things vaguely. But yeah, it's fun. I like to think there's a little bit of lore outside for the statues and obviously that little grave. And I hope your vampires and other Sims will enjoy hanging out here. It is meant to look like a slightly abandoned building turned into a nightclub by the vampires, so I like to think it balances that somewhat okay. Thanks for watching. Like I said, this is on the gallery if you would like it. Feel free to check out my other videos if you enjoyed this build. I don't know what I'm going to build next. I'm like, do I do some new pack stuff or do I get on some of the old ideas I've had? But there'll always be plenty of variety. I think this is the last thing I'm uploading this side of Halloween, so if you have Halloween plans, have a wonderful time. Let me know what you're doing or playing, and I will see you when I have a sim build for you. Bye!